Listen, I'm not sure exactly what you're dealing with on today, nor do I pretend to know everything that God has placed on you, what He's put you through, nor what He has been providing for you. I don't know. I'm not coming on today to tell you that it's been an easy journey, nor am I coming to tell you that yours will be any easier nor any harder. But I've got to affirm for somebody who's confused in the situation to think that God has forgotten. Allow me insight on today so I can tell you. I think many times it's difficult just for you. Believe this, God ain't forgot about you. I know often we look at something that is greater than us. I know I'm not the only one in the room who knew that the favor of God was on me. But many times it seemed like stuff that I thought that was for me was only connected to me, not to better me, but my God, it was connected to kill me. And I'm thankful today for the grace of God. I'm thankful for the gift that is His forgiveness. And then He looks after me, even when there's stuff that I can't see. I'm thankful today. I wanted to tell somebody in the room that I know it's hard being bread. It's hard being baked and still holding your shape. It's hard being bread. And I'm not sure who I'm talking to. I don't know if this is a good word, if this is rhema for somebody, if this is food of substance. But I only came on today to confirm for anybody who may be slated about it, maybe a little bit apprehensive of it, who may be a little bit confused in the process of, Doc, what bread got to do with it? If I could share, I want to tell you that there are a few things that I see about bread. I know that Jesus says to the 5,000, give me what you have. I'm not sure what you have in your hand, what you hold in your heart, what has been helping you nor hindering you, I don't know. But I think for many people, you may be in this place of apprehension because of what you hold in your hand. You don't think God can fix and change the heart. I'm not talking about substance of food. I'm talking about substance of relationships, where you're holding on to somebody who seems like they're ready to let you go. I know that many times the connection is tainted, not because they're not loving, but because you're too cold and too destined for them to get with. Don't take the attack over the relationship to be something that makes you want to quit. It's not that it's personal, but you have to hold on for the outcoming, hold on for the upbringing. You got to hold on for the destiny that awaits you, that we will get through this. Only come on today to be confirmation for anybody who's looking in it for the greater of the situation. I'm not sure what you've been going through, but I wanted to tell somebody that you have to know that the bread, the gift, the assignment, the anointing that you are is much like bread. I noticed there's a few things in the text. One of them is Jesus says, yes, give me what you have in your hand. I think many times He requires what's in your hand for you to give it to Him and then expect Him to transform it to something different. A lot of the times God required something from you, but I don't want you to be afraid about it. I want you to be more discerned in what you're giving up. Give it to God and leave it expecting nothing back in return. And I know to some people that sounds kind of crazy. God, why would I give you everything and expect you to maintain it? Why would I give it to you, expect nothing back in return? It seems like suppression. It seems like craziness. It seems like, no, God wouldn't call me to do that. Why would He call me to give it to Him and not expect anything else that He would give it back to me? I gotta tell you why. You wanna hear it? The reason God asks you to give it to Him is because He's gonna take it, make it, change it, and then break it. I gotta tell you that He takes it from you only when you give it to Him, because everything that's assigned for your future is for God to take it. You got to know that the job Before you go to the interview, God, take it. God, take it from my mind, and God, take it from the pressure that is on me to say I have to provide all the stability. God, you take it. That before I get up in the morning, that I start off the day with not my feet in my shoe, but I start off the day by saying, God, I give everything that's in front of me, I give it to you. He says, not only do I take it, but watch this now, I'll make it. You got to understand, God is making you in this season. You're not made to come here and fail, but you're made to come here and prosper, made to come here and win. You're made to come here and to be something that is a rival, something that is somebody who's personal, something that is somebody who's successful, something that is somebody to look up to, something that is somebody to allure that they have the assignment on them. You do. You do. We're not talking about just anybody. We're not talking about just everybody. We're talking about you on today. And for anybody who can get excited about, I'm just talking about your future. I'm just talking about your greater glory to come. I'm just talking about what everything that God would put on you, place to you, call of you, assign around you. God has called you to be everything that you can be and more. I got to tell you on today, God called you. He called. And before you give up on you have to be determined that God took me, made me. Watch this now. Then God blesses me. Hear me. You have to know that the multiplication, the multiplying, the doubling, the changing, all of that happens at one time. I know many people look for a gradual process. I'm not waiting to do it all in 13 weeks. This ain't no 6-month program. You ain't gotta wait on this one. But I need you to understand on today, what God has called of you requires you to get up and change today. He says you don't have to wait any longer. I know you've been stagnant for way too long, but I need you to know 2 things on today. That God not only purposed you, not only called you, but on today, He's multiplying you. You ought to speak that over your finances. God is multiplying you. You ought to speak that over your houses. God is multiplying you. You ought to speak that over your income and your outgo. God is decreasing what's going out, but He's multiplying what's coming in. You ought to say, every blessing that's coming to me, God multiply. You ought to say, every anointing that is on me, God fulfill it and multiply it. Every gift that I'm called to do, every purpose that's on me, every person that's attached to me, God, I only ask you to do one thing on today: multiply it. I need you to become the God that was in the beginning, that you looked at it and multiplied it, that you would speak to it and it would become everything that was bigger than. He says, I want you to give it to me. God takes it, makes it, multiplies it. Watch this now. Then He breaks it.
Well, now really, when we go back then to falling in love.
You ever been broken?
I'd say it's crazy.
You ever felt like all I seem to deal with is rain? Talking about no pain in the season. All I dealt with was being broken. Talking to somebody that knows what it feels like to, God, this don't feel good. I don't feel great. I'm not doing well, and I don't feel straight. This ain't cool with me. Because God, your foot seems like it's on me, but God, it's breaking me. It's broken. Many times you'll come to this place. God, I'm not sure how to take it. I'm not sure what to do about it. You ever been broken? You ever been at that point in your life where it didn't seem like you would make it out? You ever been to that point where there wasn't no point in believing no more? It was beyond doubtful. You ever come to that point where you really don't know, not because you can't see it, but because he's stepping on you? It's not under your feet, it's on your head. God is breaking you. He told me to tell somebody in the room today. The only reason it feels like he's breaking you is because he blessed you. I only want you to know one more thing on tonight. That God broke you, but it's in his hands that he was able to break you. So you gotta know that you're in his hands. You gotta know that come hell or high water, he's holding me. You gotta know that even in the pot that seems like it's boiling, that he hasn't given up on me. I know this because I'm boiling. I'm boiling because he has his hands on me. He's only able to break them that he holds in his hands. And as long as he's holding on to you, you know everything that God has purposed on you shall happen. It will come to pass. It will not tarry, but it shall last. Listen to me on today, and I'm done. I'm getting out of your way. I said I had one more point, and I'll get right to it. Let me tell you on today that God is only breaking who he holds. If he holds you in his hand, you got to know that he breaks you. And then the last one is he gives you away. I am given to family in this season. Hear me now. More of the life that awaits me. More people that look like this, that just walk around angry. God is giving it to you, not in form of you to be selfish, not even in suppressive measure. God says, I'm taking it. If you give it to me, I'll make it. I know it's going to seem like God blessed you only to break you, but it says I want you to identify with this on today. God only did all of that stuff, all that process, so you can come here and know this, that I am given to people who can appreciate. I'm given to people who see me for me. I'm given to people who identify that everything that is the gift on me, that they can see it and appreciate it, see it and acknowledge it, see it and pay it the right pay and promote it today, and understand that God has called me, destined me, fulfilled in me, that I'm everything that my family would need me to be. I know that because I was broken, but then I was blessed. I was blessed because he multiplied me. I was only multiplied because I gave it to him, and I'm in his hands. You gotta know that you stand, you sit, you lay, you reside, you live, not in doubt. But where the enemy messed up, it's the plan of attack. Couldn't keep you. It's got to release you. You got to know there's something